We are here at Fan Expo with
Austin Janowsky.
And my question is, what is your inspiration for drawing?
Well, I love comic books since I was about 14 years old. X-Men 205 was the first book that I ever read, and I was just hooked after that. And I like to draw. So in high school, I had two things. I liked to draw and I liked to act. I was voted most theatrical, but comic books is what drew me in. And then I met some really nice artists back in 1994, which encouraged me to get into comic books, and I've been doing it ever since. I've been lucky enough to work on Iron Man, X-Men for Marvel, stuff for Image, IDW, and a bunch of others.
That's awesome. And what would you say, like, your transition from working just with comics into a lot of acting and directing roles?
It's funny, my backup plan to tell was graphics. So I got into newspaper, and then from there, when I moved to Florida, I worked for Lockheed Martin, then Disney, then Universal, then Warner Brothers, and I was a creative director for about 8 years, and I just retired. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to teach. And then a buddy's like, hey, you want to be cool in my movie? And I'm like, well, yeah. Hey, you want to be a bodyguard in my movie? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, this is neat. Wait, what? You can actually make movies in this? I had no idea how much of a film industry there really was. And I thought, this is cool. What do I got to do? Well, you just have to audition. You just have to. So we thought about it. My wife gave me 3 years to give it a shot. And so far, so good. It's been 6 years. I have directed and wrote 6 different films. My latest one is a horror film called The Killer and the Dead. The trailer is out on YouTube. We got 4,000 views, which is super cool. As an actor, I'm in an Apple Plus TV series starring Vince Vaughn called Bad Monkey. I'm in a Lifetime movie called The Soulmate Search. I'm in a Netflix film called 45 Seconds. But it's a lot of things where I'm enjoying the ups and downs, the entire thing. But it's all about storytelling. Whether it's comic books, whether it's film, as a creative person, you want to express your creativity in different forms and ways, right? For me, telling the story through my acting or the directing or writing or art, to me, that's really what it's all about. I wanted to make films when I was younger, and I was living in upstate New York. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. So this was the next best thing for me to get something here on the page. That's what comic books was to me.
That's amazing. And what a story. Wow. What would your advice be for anyone who is aspiring to follow in the line of art and directing and things like that?
Take each day as a blessing. Enjoy the ups and the downs, because the longer the downs, the better the ups. And never say what if. You do not want the what ifs. Give it a shot. If you're making a movie, whether you're writing or acting, and you're enjoying it, that's great. The only time you have to worry about what you're doing is if you're trying to get paid for it as a professional. And that's when you need training and practice. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, just enjoy yourselves. Don't take it so seriously.
Thank you for this interview. It was good meeting you.
No, it's great meeting you. And